In this episode, we're going to break down a massive Missouri buck with some unreal characteristics. It's got huge bases, heavy circumference measurements all the way through, great sweeping main beams, and an incredible inside spread. But this wasn't the deer that the hunter went in after, though. But when it stepped out, it turned an ordinary doe hunt into the hunt of a lifetime. This is Antlers and Hicks. All right, here we go. This is a beautiful set of horns, came from Missouri. My friend Bubba T killed this one several years ago. He saw my last video. He's like, "Gee, you got to score my deer." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem, brother." So he brought it to me so that I can bring it to you. We look like we've got 14 scoreable points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points. Maybe one more right back here will make an irregular point. I don't know. So as we always do, guys, give me, what do you think this deer is going to score right here? 14 point, 2 irregular points, everything. Got nice length, great main beams, incredible thickness, and a bunch of them. Lock your whatever score you want, lock it in. Tell it to your buddy, tell it to your wife, tell it to whoever, text it to somebody. And we're going to see at the end of this video what's up. I'm going to start making some lines. You hang tight. All right, so I've got everything marked, made my lines right here. They look sharp. We're going to get started on this right side main beam. Yeah, Bubba T killed this deer several years ago, and he ain't never been invited back. The guys that he was hunting with put him in a spot. He said, "Gee, I think I was supposed to be hunting camp meat." Put him in a spot, first day, you know, hanging out like we always do. You ever got buddies that take you on a hunt and they don't put you in a good spot? Well, they told Bubba T, said, "When first doe comes through, you need to stick her." Well, old Bubba T, I believe I think he did that, and just a little bit later, this thing shows up. I'm gonna make it a point, y'all, not to stand in front of the camera. On my last video, I did that. Stood in front of the camera some, I apologize. Ain't this deer beautiful? I mean, if you like typical racks, that's the one for you right there, baby. Now look, I pulled it outside like I did last time. We out here trying to beat the rain. I hope we do it. If we don't, I'll have to stop and restart sometime later. But I'm outside, so if you hear a car come by or somebody may honk the horn, you know, that's just how it is. Right side main beam on this big rascal. 22 and 5/8. 22 and 5/8 on the right side main beam. 22 and 5/8. Yeah, Bubba T said, man, got up in the stand and believe he shot him a doe. Next thing you know, this big thing comes through. He shot him, and deer took off, and he watched him run. Brow tine, 5 and 0/8. 5 and 0/8 on the P1 brow tine, right hand side. Deer run out there and fell over. He said it was this thing. I don't think them boys ever, might not, I don't know if they'd ever killed anything like this. I don't know, but after that, old Bubba T, he said I was a camp cook. The P2 on this side, I'm gonna get down here where I can see it real good and pretty, is over 8 and 4/8. It is 8 and 5/8. 8 and 5/8 for this P2. So they put him on camp duty. Sure did. The tines on this one aren't too real long, but there's just a bunch of them. This one here's 8 and 4/8. P3, 8 and 4/8. How about this P4? 6 and 7/8, I believe what I'm looking at here. No, 6 and 6/8. No, hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I'm following the curvature. Yeah, 6 and 7/8. 6 and 7/8 for the P4. P5 on this side. An inch and 1/8. 1 and 1/8. Now, you heard me say it's a little over. Well, what I'm saying is if the line, the tine length is, let's just say that one was, what was it? Was it the 6 on the 4? 6, let's see. So it would have been close to 6 5/8. I mean 6 6/8. But it's just, if you follow the curvature in the center like you're supposed to, it's actually a little past that. And it's going to be 6 7/8, man. I'm telling you. It's a little past that 6/8 mark, 6 7/8. So if it's a little past, you can round up. All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get this irregular point right here. Let me see where it grows. Where did I mark it at? Oh, I marked it right there. I marked it right there. Let's see. 1, 2 8. 1 3/8. It's just over that 2 8. So we go 1 3/8 on that irregular point on the right side. 1 3/8. This one's so easy, man. It sure ain't like that last one I did. That one was a booger. That one was a booger. It's hot out here, but it's such beautiful. I mean, it really looks better. The videos do, in my opinion. The first circumference measurement, 5 4/8 on this side. 5 4/8. Looks like the sun's gonna pop out. I don't know what it's gonna do to the video, but we'll see. 5 4/8. Now we're looking for the smallest spot, y'all. What do y'all think we're gonna have on this deer? Y'all keep talking about the score now. 4 4/8. Hold on. Yeah. Still 4 4/8. That's gonna be that 4 4/8 right there. No, it ain't no 4 4/8 either. It looks like it's gonna be 4 5/8. Now that I got to looking at that 4, I was looking at the wrong big number. Yeah, 4 5/8. Okay. Now I ain't gonna give a deer no more than it's due just. You can bet that. Don't ever say OG did a little fudging. Yes, and here's 4 5/8 too. This is just as a great one to show you that just over the mark. This one is just over that 4/8 mark. I can go up to 5/8, 4 5/8 on that one too, on the C3. 4 5/8. And now the last one is C4 right here. That one there is going to be 4 0/8. Man, that's some great circumference measurements. 4 0/8. That helps a deer a lot. When you've got great circumference measurements and a lot of points, deer's going to score well. Y'all hold tight. We're going to flip to the left side. All right, so now we're going to work on the left side of this rack. We start off, again, don't forget, if you're ever scoring a deer, start on the lowest pedicle on that side, the lowest one you can find, and then 45 it to the back side of that rack, and then ease your way up. I can't tell you enough how important it is to slide along the back side of these racks real slow and gentle. This ain't no marathon, baby. Okay? This ain't a marathon. It's real, I mean, what am I saying? It is a marathon. It ain't a sprint. Take your time, do it right. This one here curves way up. I anticipate it being longer than that last one. Mississippi State says, and I listen to a lot of what Dr. Bronson says, one of the main characteristics in order to have a big rack deer that scores well is you've got to have good main beams. Absolutely. I mean, the next criteria, in my opinion, you got to have multiple points. So how you going to have multiple points if you ain't got long main beams? 23 3/8. 23 3/8 for the main beam on the left-hand side. 23 3/8. It is bigger. All right, let's get the P1. I did the P1 on the back side of this rack. Did it for a reason. It kind of leans that way. I've told you before. Follow the curvature of the point. This one is going to be 5 0/8. 5 0/8. Now I got another deer in there that's going to really show y'all why Bubba T bore out his welcome at that place. We're going to score it next week. Yeah, he got another one in that trip. This one, the taxidermist put the daggum ear pretty close to this point, and it's hard to tell. We're going to say 8 5/8. 8 5/8. Next point. Good point here. It's going to be the longest one on the whole rack. 9 5/8. Yes, and here 9 5/8. The next one. 8 3/8. And now the last one, we're going to look, we're going to say 4 4/8. Yes, sir, 4 4/8. All right, let's check out this irregular point right here, see what it looks like. Oh my gosh. It ain't going to make an inch, y'all. It's not going to be an inch, so we're only going to be able to call it a 13 point. I'm going to show you on the camera. It's not quite 1 inch. And I'm not going to, Bubba T, I love you, brother, like a brother, but I ain't going to give it to you. It ain't right. It ain't right. So, there we go. We got the points. We got 13 points. Now, does that change the score a little bit? It shouldn't. That wasn't very long, but it may. Let's get some circumference measurements. This deer's circumference measurements are really, really impressive. Of course, it's a northern deer, man. A northern deer going to have that. They're going to have those good circumference measurements. In the Piney Hills where I'm at, we get a lot of deer. See, like this one went 5 4 4 4. If you've got a deer with a 5-inch base around here, you'll be 5 4 3 3 maybe. Sometimes you'll go 5 4 4 4, but most of the time it's going to be 5 4 3 3. So we just get, it's just weird, the nutrition. People say it's genetics. No, I mean, it's a lot of nutrition, man. A lot of nutrition. I mean, my daddy could be a strong man, and I ain't got no groceries to eat. I ain't going to be nothing but a little man like I am. How about 5 4/8 on this this circumference measurement right here? 5 4/8. And I'll tell you another thing. My uncle has been preaching to me. He was a biologist for years and years here in Louisiana. A thing called epigenetics. Ooh, there's your word. You ever heard of epigenetics? I'm going to try not to get in front of that camera. Epigenetics, basically the stressors that your mother went through directly correlate what happens with your physical health. How about that? So the healthier the mom, the healthier the baby. I'm trying to get this in here, y'all. Looks like it's going to be 5 0/8. I am trying everything I can to get it down there to that 4 7/8, and I can't find a spot that says 4 7/8. That's close, but it's still over. So it's 5 0/8 on that one too. 5 0/8. That's the second. Let's get the third one right here. It's tight, but we can get it. 5 2/8. And then this last one, 4 5 4 6/8 on the last one. All right, guys, what you think the inside spread is? That's something that is impressive on this deer right here that I can't wait to see. What's that inside spread gonna say? Well, let's get this old handy dandy Mason's rule. I guarantee it's over 19 inches. There it is. That's 19 right there. Ooh, baby. Come on now. 19, 20, 21. Yeah, 21 0/8. Hold on. Let me get it in there. Yeah. No, there. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. I had to get on that lip. 21 1/8. 21 1/8 inches. Let's see if it'll hold there. Look at there. 21 1/8 on the inside spread. Outstanding. Love that, man. Love that. 21 1/8. All right, you've seen it. You've seen the main beams. You've seen the tine lengths. You've seen these impressive circumference measurements, and you have seen the inside spread. What do you think? What do you think this beautiful 13 point is going to come out to be? You guys hold tight. Tail of the tape coming up. Here we go, guys. Tail of the tape, and it is good. Let me tell you something. Let's start. We're going to start with the left side since I'm standing here. The left side of this rack, main beam, 23 3/8. The longest tine was this one right here at 9 5/8. The circumference measurements were impressive. 3 of the 4 over 5 inches for a total inches of antler on the left-hand side, 79 2/8. Let's ride to the right-hand side, and we're going to talk about this one. Now, this one wasn't quite as strong as the other. We still had an irregular point on this side, which pushed this deer. I mean, the deer ain't bad at all. So we have a 22 5/8 inch main beam. 8 5/8 is the longest point, and that's going to be this one right here. No. This one right here, 8 5/8, the P2. The bases, 5-inch bases, a 5 4/8 inch base go, and then it goes 4 4 4. So we lost a little bit on circumference on this side. We also lost a little bit on inches of tine length on this side. So the right side is a little bit of weaker side. The irregular point over here, 1 3/8. So the total inches of antler on the right-hand side, 72 7/8 inch. So when you put that 72 7/8, you add it with that 79 2/8, you get a total of 152 1/8 inch of just antler on this deer's head. Let's go and add to that 152 1/8, 21 1/8 for the inside spread. When you do that and add those two numbers together for the Buckmaster score, we've got 173 2/8. Outstanding. Love this deer, love the characteristics. If you like big wide spreads, if you like a lot of points, this is your deer. Love this deer. Bubba T, thank you so much for letting me score this one. Wait till you see the next one we're going to do, which is going to be next Sunday. My name is Greg Hicks. This is the Antlers Nicks Podcast. And as always, I'm going to encourage you guys to live your life past 20 yards. I'll see y'all next time.